Right. I'm really tired right now. I'm like, I don't know. I I want to spend more time. Let's spend more time. I want to figure out who I'm supposed to be, which like I don't know. I always think in my head that like everybody's got like. I mean, like everyone's a unique individual, right? Everyone's like their own person. They have their own strengths, their weaknesses, their qu- funny quirks, their neuroses, and everyone like in their own unique fucking way can like become themselves, right? They can live. They can unfold into themselves even more than they have been before. And I'm trying to do that with myself. I've been I've been struggling. I don't know. I feel these days I feel torn. Part of me, I feel like I see things, I see paths I can take. Or things I can work on to try and improve or like stuff to do. And like so, sometimes I just don't do them. And I go, why don't I do them? And I feel inside me like part of me is like, yeah, like those might be good paths potentially, or like not necessarily paths. Well, sometimes they're paths. Sometimes they're just specific actions I could take around like a potential path, and I'll feel resistance because I want to like part of me wants to dive in and wants to dive into these and take these actions, but the other half of me is wary. It's wary because I've in the past so many times I've exhausted, I've thrown my everything into a path that at the time I thought would like get me somewhere that I really wanted to be. And now it's suspicious. It's fucking suspicious whenever like anything that like seems that it might take any like not any but like significant emotional effort that where I like is that emotional the way to put it? Yeah, because it's not like how like physically hard it is, but like how emotionally, how much time, like at the end of the day, how much is this gonna drain for me, like energetically, right? Which is frustrating because some of them, and it's not just even like it doesn't operate even just on how strong the amount of work is. It also operates on like cost benefit, like opportunity cost. So shit that ain't really that hard, if I think it's gonna take me time, then it's like it's like shit, man. You could have just been like laying in bed doing nothing, and then and I'm frustrated. Partly because I guess it is right to be suspicious because I do love throwing myself into things. I'm an intense person, and I love throwing myself into things, um, but when it's the wrong thing, it can end up not good, and I can be left drained and feeling burnt out and not great. And I'm honestly like recovering from a prolonged period of burnout. I still don't feel up to where I was. I don't feel up to where I was like this time 2 years ago. Honestly, was it 2 years ago? Damn, is that right? Wait, fuck. Time's fucking me up. Um, and but on the other hand, that part of me that wants me to rest, it want what? Oh, hold on. Groceries being delivered. All right. Yeah, that was the groceries. That was back to the topic on hand. That was a oop, that was a compromise between both the aspects in my body at the moment. Both the aspects. It feels like they in my gut. Um, because I want to feel an action I can take is to prepare, make sure I prepare food to get all my food shit together so I can have energy to like get up and go and exercise and shit like that because I always feel so good when I exercise. And also like it's shocking, I know, but like making when you get enough calories, you're way less likely to feel like dog shit. I know, it's incredible, isn't it? Um but I fucking hate go. Well, I don't even fuck. Well, I don't like going to the store, but like that has like that's that's time that could be spent decompressing and but see, but the thing that I get then that part that wants me to decompress, ideally it would like me to just like sit down, lay down, and like quit my job and like lay down and do nothing for like a week, and then like do everything, do whatever fits my fancy, like anything I want that like my soul wants to do, which, damn, that sounds lovely, but realistically at now isn't feasible, or it's probably feasible, but I don't know how to do it. And if I attempted something like that where I am now, it would be fatal. It would be like a fatalistic. I would be going into fatalistically, which is not the energy I want to bring. And so I need to actually be taking action and do things. Because and that's where the part of me that like wants me to do shit is right. Because I do need to be. If I don't like where I'm at, I don't want to just fucking. I can't just tread water. I need to be making changes in my life, and it wants big changes. Which is that's what draws me down into the intense amounts of energy, using it up. Though I think I need to work. I will say I think I do need to work on little changes, so I don't drain myself. Currently, like, I don't know, just little things I'm trying to do is like I stopped for a while, but I'm back on it. I'm printing with my 3D printer again, and like anytime I'm trying to have it like whenever I go to work, before I go to bed, I have it printed something. I have it printed the elements of something, because if I have a model of something I'd like to print, then I can be printing. I can be that's I'm making something. I'm making something. And it's just a little. I just move a file and I hit a button, go about my day. I've made something, and I mean I have to fuck with it a little bit. I've had failed prints, but compared to this shit, I've had to do at work. Oh man, that shit is like even though I haven't had access to, or I'm not some like expert with the shit, but I'm not no beginner either, and I've had to deal with some shit, and so like the problems I encounter like might be annoying, but they are not. Oh, it feels like a vacation when I'm troubleshooting that thing. Whenever it does have it, this shit is so small, so whenever that happens, I'm just like, what a breeze. So that doesn't activate either of them, or doesn't activate the part that's like, calm down, man, calm down. I feel like both aspects are right. Both aspects have like merit, and I need to try and balance it. That's what's life's all about, right? Balancing that knife's edge. And honestly, I like balancing shit on knife's edge. That's pretty fun. I'd like to balance on a different knife though. I'd like to be in a balancing on a much more fun knife. Like maybe like, oh man, which I don't know. I can't think. I don't have the energy to think of an example. But I hope I wish this is a knife I wish was particularly steady. Or like, I say that, but realistically, I wouldn't want it to be steady. Like I kind of do, like, 'cause this is the duality again. Part of me like wishes it would be super steady. Other parts like, no, I wish I would have just fucking 10 times hella good at balancing, and I could sprint around that fucking razor blade, sprint right down that fucking edge, man. But it's so I'm trying to figure out what to do. Around this time last year, I told myself I was gonna quit my job in September, October, somewhere around there. Now that's was meant an ultimatum. But I need to really like I've been saving. I have been saving. And realistically, let's see. One, two, let's see, 2, 3, 4. I think I could have enough. I would have enough to pay for a year's rent. By that point, with how I'm saving, like I've had points like this month I saved less than I wanted to, and pissed me. This has kind of been a slouchy month. But I need to look further because I wanted. I said that, and I have been saving, but I need to like think more. I need to think about like when that happened. What would I do? I think I need to start the process of things that like I would like to do. That would help me at that point. I would like to make art. I would like to make much more art. I haven't made much. I haven't done many artistic whoa. Let me. Oop. That's not what I want to do. I haven't made many artistic things. I made mostly just editing gameplay videos and shit like that, right? But like I think here we go. But I think I need to do more, because even like no one's, I won't say no one, that's not true, I like it, and like other people do like it, but like editing like Titanfall gameplay footage, maybe that's not like the biggest thing, but like just me editing that footage and making like these like little gameplay music videos, that shit, like God, it felt so good. It felt so good. It felt freeing. It felt so freeing to make. I want to make more beautiful things like that. I want to learn how to animate. I want to learn how to draw. I want to learn how to write stories. I just want to create beautiful art. Like, I want to do a lot more than that too, but I'd like to do that. I'd like to make talismans. I'd like to make talismans and like items of power, and like I've always been like fascinated since I was a little kid with shit like blacksmiths and fucking anyone like who like handcraft shit. That shit is so like hype. I would play RuneScape. I said I play RuneScape. I didn't play RuneScape. I just went like whoever the first town was. I just went to the mining thing. Then I mined tin and copper. And I like made tin and copper bars and shit like that. I really didn't play the rest of the game because like they're like you could do better mining stuff, but that would require me to stop mining. And I was like, no, I just want to mine. Thanks. And then I fucking in the Aragon books I think it was like in Brissinger or like I don't know, I don't remember or whichever one of them, that fucking elven blacksmith making shit out of star stuff. But like I always like craftsmen for like creating like items that have meaning. I love that shit. I'd like to be able to do that shit one day. That would be really important to me. I like making stuff, so I'd like to take steps and learn. Like I downloaded this program Krita. I think I'm gonna try, and part of me is just because it's gonna take too much time. You see, I have to unlearn this. even like I said, talking about the editing of those Titanfall footage, I loved it. But then I would spend my whole night doing that, right? Because I'd just be like, I'd be trying to, I just dive in there. Like I'm past the part where like I'm actually like frustrated at myself, and I like there are things I want to do better, but I can actually satisfy like at least some elements of my artistic taste. And when like that experience, like when I make something the way something, I take something beautiful from my head and make it real, it's such relief. I feel such joy flowing through me. Not even joy, like I don't know what it is. It's like tension, like this knot in my gut releases, and like I love it. But I'll spend the whole night doing that. And it's like, what about anything like, for instance, food? I'm already bad at like, I'm already bad at eating enough. That's a habit that I'm really trying to improve on. And like I need to eat enough to function. And if I dive in there, I'll get enraptured. Which I'm trying to help now with, like I'm trying to get better. I'm doing meal prep and shit like that. So maybe at some point I could just make this shit like twice a week, and then I don't have to worry about it ever at all. That would help a lot. Which I've gotten there. There's some recipes that like I think I'm there with, or like, well, I guess you have to do twice a week because you can't let cooked meat last that long. But like I've gotten to the point with some stuff it's easy, but I'm trying to increase the like no effort cooking shit, because I don't mind cooking, but when I have like what I get home and it's like 3 hours left. Well, I mean, it's not 3 hours, it's like 5 hours. Is that right? 5 functional hours. Wait, hold on. No, it's more time than that. Really what happens is like I get home at 7. I'm up until 2 typically, but like I can't do like productive stuff. Does not happen after 10. I rather it's like that's where the melatonin production starts happening, which I believe, because I've been getting tired at that point. Recently, I noticed like I've been like really paying attention to my body, and it's like it wants me to like head to sleep then, which is frustrating because I actually like managed to do that, and I still couldn't fall asleep until like 1 o'clock. I just got up, did some shit, then came back. But I guess I just gotta repeat it. It's not like, it's probably not gonna be the first time I gotta get on that sleep schedule. I'm trying to get up like early in the day so I can come home when there's sunlight. I feel like the daylight hours are the best time to do work. I feel so frustrated. I'm trapped at work. When I like, I like to do stuff, when I like to work on things. So, but anyway, I'm with the food. I'm trying to get that down. The stuff I just got is hopefully that's the pieces for a new brain dead, easy to go shit I can make that can fuel me. And then maybe it'll be easier for me to do art. It'll be easier for me to do them Titanfall editings, and I can get my little TikTok shit up, my YouTube shit on my other channel. And then tonight I need to just make like the simplest thing, even if it's just like a stick figure, not even only like it's completely static and he just waves his hand like this at the joint. I need to make something. I just need to be consistent. That's what I'm trying to do with these. I'm trying to be consistent. I need to make it repetitive. I need to make it like a ritual. I really think that's important. I've been thinking about rituals a lot. I feel like, or a couple of days, like a week ago, about I read something talking about like focusing on what like I've heard like focus on what you want to see, think of like positive things, focus on the beautiful. And before, I always thought of that in terms of like using it to keep yourself like motivated and to give you like psychological respite, which is like it's still true. But like I realized like that text pointed out to me. It was like it was talking about like look at the possible future. Like it was talking about it was way more flowery than I'm saying it right now. Way more flowery, but like focus on the possible future that you want, and then keep looking at it and just like navigate through the threads of possibility, but keep staring dead on the one that you're trying to head for, right? And that like made me think about like I don't know, like it made me realize before I was focused on shit I thought I had my eye on the ball, but I would like glimpse at it and then I would stare at all like this, like I immediately like look down at my feet towards a bunch of depressing shit. Like I would think about the positive stuff and then I would immediately like just look at the most like painful authoritarian ways to try and force myself to do the shit that I want to do. Like I was trying to get there without looking at it, and I was just like, but like I just realized like, oh, just like keep looking, don't glimpse, look at it, keep it in your mind, let it fill your mind. And I realized, damn, that shit's kind of hard. At least for me. I guess I've been both that and like shit I've been thinking about like noticing like how often my thoughts trend to negative thoughts, or like how often I use negation in my speech. And it's like, damn, for a man trying to be a yes sayer, I'm sure saying no a whole lot of the fucking time. And it's like damn, what was the point that I was going with this? What was the point? But fuck, no, hold on. I was talking about rituals. And like I think I'm like the things that I'm focusing on, I'm trying to focus on, I'm focusing on them because they're beautiful to me and they mean something to me. And I think that rituals like they help instantiate and like preserve meaning. When you do something, the same thing over and over and over, and you do it with a heart filled of whatever aspect, whatever, emotional aspect or headspace that you're trying to do. When you do that over and over, then like the ritual will like it will be associated with that headspace, like for instance with this like I've done like 7 of these. I didn't do some because I got I want this to be rambly and like off the cuff and just like me talking. And sometimes like I end up talking and want either like I say something, I'm like, do I want to like put that on the internet? That'd be a little embarrassing, whether it's like a specific thing that I said, or like there's some I went a little doomer on a couple of them. But either way, the thing that all of them is regardless of the content of all of those, I'm always like, it puts me into a calmer thinking state, like doing this, and my thoughts like I feel like flow maybe not more freely than they normally do, but like I'm not. Well, I guess they do because I'm not repressing them. Because I repress that. I'm always holding stuff in. I'm always holding the stuff that I feel and the what I want to do in a lot. I feel. I don't know. And this just is a place where I can just like let loose and I can just talk. And I feel that, again, that tension that might get released. Oh. So I'm trying to do that. I want to make more rituals. I want more chances for me to get that release. And I need to make sure I keep doing them because if I have a bad habit, like I mentioned before, I stopped doing the time for stuff. And while there was a legitimate purpose to it, I also that logic is sound, but also I know with myself I have a trend where something interferes with what I'm supposed to be doing. Like, what would a productive member of society be doing? Like, I will cut off shit that I enjoy, that I love, because I'll spend time. There was a period of time. I mean, I say a period of time, but I'm still doing it. Like, I broke it. Well, I sort of broke it, and I fully broke it this year. I like in 2014 or 2015, like I just stopped reading books. Like, I love books. I fucking love books. But I was just sitting there, and I was like, how much joy this fucking reading. I was like at the beginning of Erickson's third Mount Lazan book, and I was like, what? Who's where? Huh? And I was so geeked, and I looked over at my homework, and I had just rushed through, and I was like, I didn't even work on this that hard. Like, I did it, but I didn't work on it, and so I cut it off. Which I get, but like I kept doing that. I kept doing that for like it wasn't. I broke it with audiobooks about 3 years ago, because at least audiobooks I can use my headphones at work, or at school or whatever, or in the car, even if I have a lot of time doing shit that's busy at work. I can at least in the car, or I can do it while doing other things around the house, like cleaning up my kitchen or whatnot. But I'll just it makes me if the shit makes me really happy, I'll obviously want to do it more than what I'm supposed to be doing, and that'll it's like, okay, then why would I do what I'm supposed to be doing? Like, I know, I'm not a person, I know some people. I have two engines. My own joy and curiosity, and then fear. And fear, that's just dog shit. I fucking hate that shit. But also, it only lasts for so long. So if I don't basically feel like I'm going to die, if I don't do something, then and I don't want to do it, it's not gonna get done. And when I look at that homework, or I look at whatever, well, I guess if I don't go to work, I would end up dying, because I couldn't I wouldn't die, but I would just, I need to pay rent. I could go for a couple months right now, with my savings, but for rent and food, but stuff would fall down. So I guess that was a meta action to prevent issues, because and then even if I have the fear for too long, then I just be okay, you know what? Maybe if I don't do this, then I'll die. But I guess I'll just die. I just get I'm not a person. I know there's some people I don't some people I hear, they're continuously motivated by fear for years. I know, I've met people like that. That's why I could never been one of them like people, the high overachiever peoples, who like get really fucking, who like they're fueled by like fear of failure and whatnot. Like, not that I don't have fear of failure, but like at some point my brain just goes like, yo, fuck this, I'll just die, I'll just fucking die, because I'm not doing this bullshit. I don't know. But because of that, like, I just basically cut off anything that would like make the choice between having to do something I don't want to and something I would want to. So that doesn't even occur because I know, like, and even past couple months, I started getting to reading stories people write online again. And I got sucked in. I looked. The first time I saw that, it was 4 a.m, and I was like, damn, I can still read more. It's just like, okay, no, I have to cut this off. But I hate that. I hate that I have to do that. I don't want to lobotomize the things that make life joyous like, why even exist if life isn't even full of joy? Like, why even exist? And it's like, that's just a zombie shell of a life. And I need things that are worth enjoying right now. I feel like that's part of the reason I struggle so much. Like I said, with that part of me that wants me to conserve energy is because, honestly, I feel like there's so little that, like, that's giving me energy right now. It feels like everything takes energy, and it's really hard to get it. So it's getting like, I'm in like energy saver mode. I'm trying to conserve it, but I need to. I don't know. How long have I been going? I have no how long I've been going. I don't want to go too long, but also I also like, part of me cares, and also part of me doesn't give a shit. Part of me just wants to talk forever. I've been going like 45 minutes. All right. I keep going. I've been thinking a lot about, like, I've been thinking a lot about, I guess, like my last one, I think I remember, I was talked about, like, contrast and like how shit can be like, what was it, contrast, adjacency, and orthogonality. And it's like, I can see it more stuff. There's this picture I found on Twitter, or not on Twitter, on Pinterest, called Unseen Servant, and it's got a picture of the servant and their face is smoke. And I thought that was such a beautiful exaggeration of like the attributes of a servant. Like, oh, you don't, like, servants shouldn't be seen. They're not people. They're there to perform a task, and then like the person themselves is just smoke, like anonymous smoke, because their identity doesn't matter. And so it's like both like a beautiful piece of art and like personifies, not personifies, what's the right word? Exemplifies like an attitude. It turns that attitude and expresses it aesthetically, which I fucking love. But then I'm like, I saw that, I'm like, this, it feels like the same, it reminds me, it has some of the same feel as all the other shit I was talking about. And I'm like, I feel like I'm giving these names to like I was thinking about like what would I call that, hyperbole, which I don't feel like any of these names are inaccurate, but I feel like they're shitty names. They're like not shitty names, but like they don't grasp, they don't fully grasp whatever underlying thing I'm touching on. I feel like I'm skirting along the edge of something. I feel like all these feel like some form of playing around subversion. Like subversion of a. Did I say what? Oh, I said contrast. Okay, that's what contrast is like. The weaponized monk, which that's like a contrast you wouldn't expect. Like what? And it's like the monks are. It's like a monk that has been utterly turned into an object, the antithesis of everything monks strive for, which is typically like enlightenment and shit like that. And orthogonality is like a whole new realm. Like it's like a new dimension opening up that you weren't expecting that you look at. And then adjacency was like it's not a dimension. It's more like just something like a completely something unexpected and sometimes familiar, like less like a new dimension and more like someone like pulling into something hidden under a pile of books in the corner of your room that you forgot about 3 years ago, and you're like, oh yeah, they exist, and like they play in something interesting. I don't know. I don't explain it, but I say all that because I feel like everything I'm saying has some aspect of. They all feel like they play around subversion, like the concept of subversion, because they're all taking expectations and subverting it. I need to think about that. I need to talk about that. What else? I really want to learn how to I want to learn how to make meaningful stories and narratives. I think that's really important. I think that's so important. I think about a lot of shit. Like I think a lot about like damn. You see, I said I think a lot, but I don't even follow up. Like I don't know, stories both in the fiction that I read, like how I think about how like it really animates people. Motherfuckers that like hate they fucking like hate history, and then they'll just read like thousands of pages of like Warhammer 40k lore or whatever, and it's me. I'm those guys. Well, actually, that's not true. I actually like history, but that's because like at some point, like what? I mean, I never hated history, but I started really liking it when I realized like this is just like IRL lore. Like when I really realized it's like, oh, no wonder like all these, like when it's presented in that manner, when you have it like as a bunch of shitty facts or whatever, it's annoying. But when you hear through like the actual tales that occur, and they're like, it's presented in like a cool manner, then it's like, oh, that's fascinating. And I'm really I like learning about this shit. But I think also about the stories that are the stories that I tell myself. You know, we all tell ourselves stories. We all live like they permeate every like aspect of our lives, and like the stories we tell ourselves really have an impact. They shape who we are. And I would like to. I'm trying to get better. I want to learn how to shape my own stories, and shape how I think about myself. I realize there's some stories that I have that are good, but I think I also have like a lot. I have a lot of like negative stories. I got a lot of negative stories that I tell myself, and I get really hard on myself. I'd like to change that. I'd like to embody. I like to embody new ones and strengthen those old ones that already helped me. I'm doing this shit. Shout out River Kenna. Shout out In the Wilderness. But this shit somatic resonance shit. And it's supposed to imaginal practice shit. And this thematic resonance shit's supposed to it's like, hey motherfucker, actually listen to your body. Listen to your fucking body. And like hear what it tells you. Right? And that shit's good. I like that a lot, partially because I'm not like I wouldn't say I'm a master or anything, but that's some shit like that I already like enacted in my day. That's something that like I already like I didn't like consciously do it, like, but like I was also like I wasn't like, oh, this is a practice, let me do, but then I was like, oh, I do that sometimes. It's like I don't know. It's like if someone's like, oh hey, for this meditation, you're just gonna when you get a knot, when you get a cramp in your foot, straighten it out. It's like, oh well, I was doing that anyway. Like you have to, like when I talked about the two aspects of me, and I said like that feeling is my gut. Apparently that's the type of stuff that it would be like you can feel. I don't know. It's like I can feel my body. Like you focus and you can feel your blood pumping through you. You can feel I can feel. It's so weird. I hadn't done this before, but I just stopped and was like, let me just feel my blood, and then I'm super aware of my heartbeat and the blood pumping in my body, like as my body as a whole. And it's like, oh, that's just always there in the background. I didn't pay attention to it like really before, but it's there. Like, and it's crazy, like feeling it in my whole body at once, or like feeling, or just getting, or really paying attention to every part of your body. It's like, what shit have you just like been hitting snooze on and ignore, right? So I hadn't been doing it as closely, but I had some familiar with it. But I like it because it feels like some real shit, and also like I can do that anywhere. Like I said, that shit. I already had some awareness of it. I'm already like when I left work today. I left work like 2 hours early. Used the last of my. I'm gonna have any more leave for the next couple weeks. But I used it because in my gut it was just like I guess maybe it was that part went to rest, but it was just like, nigga, go home. Yeah, this ain't it today. Which is, it's crazy because I'm not even doing like that much, like anything like crazy hard at work, but also like it's not very fulfilling for me. So, and even just I don't know. But anyway, the main thing, it's like that was a feeling I had in my gut, and I listened to my body. I don't know, that's the skill I had with it. But the reason is because like, River said like on his posts, he's talking about like it's supposed to be like your body has a story. Um, there's shit that your body knows, and that can help you. And if you listen to the story your body tells you, then a lot of shit like works itself out. And you know what? I like to get good at hearing what my body has to tell me. What secrets lay deep within my bones? What wonderful tales? You know, like, you can tell when you like something or not, but like, you know, when something really hits, it just feels like you can feel deep inside you, like your whole body like shine. Whether it's like, I don't know, the first time you made love to someone that you truly love, or like a discovering a new aspect of yourself you were never aware of, or pushing through a goal that you've been after for years or some shit like that, and you get, and like your body's like, all like it's filled with you're just filled with, I don't know, warmth, lightning, electricity, some good shit. And like I'm hoping that if I follow like your body lets you know. Your body lets you know, it's like, yup, this is that shit. So I'm hoping that my body will direct me and guide me to a path that maximizes whatever that is. Let me wire head off of some of that shit, man. Let me get that shit, man. Man. This world is so beautiful here. So idyllic. I wish the whole world were this beautiful. I know, like, I don't know. I feel like I know the world can't be all roses and daisies, but I feel like there's a lot of low-hanging fruit to make things more beautiful. Not just better. I mean, I would like the world to be better, but I feel like this shit right here, it just feels good to be here. Everything about this place, it feels wonderful. I wish there was more spaces in real life that were like this. I'd like to make more things that were like this. They convey a vibe. They're an altar to. This is an altar to peacefulness and contemplation. For me, at least, right here. For other people, it's other different feelings, but I feel like many people would definitely, it would be an altar to some shit they enjoy, some positive vibe. And we need more of that. We don't have nearly as many of these as we should. Like I go, one thing I will slip in my work building. Well, not, my desk isn't super beautiful or nothing like that. It's a cubicle. But like you get up and you look outside, or like down on the ground floor, you sit on the at the eating area, that's right outside with a tree, bro. That shit's so beautiful. Sometimes I like when it's warm outside, I just go and I sit there because being there brings me such peace. And it's like, how many people's workplaces are like that? I'm very blessed. I mean, I'm very blessed in as much as I want to leave. I acknowledge that like I'm in a good spot. Like, if not like emotionally or soul wise or whatever. Like, in a lot of aspects, I'm lucky that I have that I make what I make, and I have a workplace that has such a lovely view. But like, I think even if you don't have much, if you have like an artistic eye, even if you can't have some like the most awe-shining vista, you can make a place of peace. Or it doesn't have to be peace. It can be other emotions too. I'm just in a peaceful mood right now. And like, just make them places that are fucking feel good to be and exist. That's part of what I want to say. Like, I want to make like talismans and shit like that too, because like, while talismans aren't places, I feel like like they if done right, they can convey like like similar a similar experience. Like, if you carry something that really has meaning to you, like, they can be a connection to the divine, man. Like, I want like, I don't know, if I had to say like big life goal, it would be to make the world more beautiful in that way. The same way that like, you walk into, you play some, like sometimes I'll be playing a game or I read a book or whatever, and I just hear the place, I'm like, what a wonderful place. What a wonderful, beautiful place full of life. And it's like, I wish more places IRL felt like that. Like, it was a place that had culture and beauty and charm. Even if shit, like, and again, like I said, I know the world can be shitty. The world can be so shitty, and like fucked up stuff is gonna happen. But like, is it gonna be like, okay, like, let's make shit as good as we can. And I think beauty does like, adding beauty does I think that is good and that will help. But even if like a place is still shit, man, or like something, like, even if stuff's still shit, man, do you want like a fucking banal, cold, bureaucratic hellhole? Do you want that fucking Black Mirror episode where everyone in the cubicles? Or like, do we want Mad Max? I mean, like, Mad Max, like, that's still not a great place to live, but I take that over the cubicle stuff. I don't know. Maybe I'm more romantic. Probably definitely romantic. I guess I know a lot of people would take that. But I'm that would break something within me. To just like, bro, you need I don't know. I don't know if the last 5 minutes of what I just said has made any sense. But I guess it doesn't have to. This shit's for me anyway. Alright.